Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be recording another video. But today we're going to be recording a reaction video. So we're going to be recording a video about guys who are like almost invincible. So here the video is 11 minutes long. Trend Central, the only man who can survive a cannibal. Got 7.7 million views a year ago. So we're going to shout out to him. Shout out Trend Central. Go check him out. And now let's get into it.
Meet Frank Richards, the only man who can survive a cannibal shot to the stomach and not even break a sweat. But that's just one of the many superhumans I gotta show you. Like Kirby Royce, unable to feel pain. Norman Gary, who's one with the bees. And so much more. And first, there's a man whose way with words might leave you scratching your head.
Storgadny keeps me up. Team tackle.
Yeah, this is John Sevier Austin, and his secret language can only be decoded if you hit the rewind button.
Look at me. I am speaking backwards.
See, John has a unique ability to speak and sing backwards. It all started when he accidentally played a record in reverse at 5 years old. Now pushing 55, John can not only think and visualize things backwards, but he can also quickly reverse words, sentences, and even full-on songs on the spot.
Das was the light Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I mean, I can't even carry a tune the regular way. Meanwhile, John over here is singing whole freaking ballads backwards.
Jasne postronone, once underneath shed. Dashing through the snow, and on horse open sleigh, over the fields to go, laughing all the way.
But John isn't the only one with a unique set of skills.
Bro, nobody likes that. Like, bro, nobody does.
Michel Lotito, aka Mr. Eat-All, can literally eat it all. And trust me, the dude lives up to his name.
How is that?
Yeah, the guy's got godlike stomach acids that allow him to consume up to 2 pounds of metal per day. To the extent that throughout his lifetime, he reportedly ate everything from bicycles to grocery cars, TVs, computers, and even a pair of skis. God damn! I bet his toilet has seen some things. But it doesn't stop there, because for his biggest meal to date, Michel took on an entire Cessna aircraft, which took him 2 whole years to consume. And I don't know what's crazier, that or the fact that he died from natural causes. Now, Michel might have had a few screws loose, but he's not the only one. Because we gotta talk about the most flexible man on the planet, Alexei Goloborako. And to say he's limber is nothing short of an understatement.
How?
You see, after going to the circus with his mom as a kid, Alexei realized he wanted to dedicate his entire life to becoming a contortionist. And then was he the right guy for the job? Because not only can he bend his body in all sorts of shapes and sizes that shouldn't be physically possible, but he can also do this. I mean, how many people have you seen being tied into a knot? Jesus, bro's taking flexibility to the new heights. Speaking of heights, we gotta talk about Stephon Holmes. Because no one gets as much air as this guy. I mean, there's jumping hurdles, and then there's defying gravity. Not only that, but the ones he's clearing are over twice the size of your average Olympic hurdle. Yeah, that's a 5'11" man jumping over things that are even taller than him. To put that in perspective, the legend LeBron James' vertical is roughly 44 inches. So while Holmes may not be able to dunk, he can at least outjump the king. Now let's see if he can shoot from the free throw line. But if there's anyone who knows anything about shooting, it's Bob Munden. Because he's the fastest gunslinger to ever live. See, Bob was born with fast-twitching muscle fibers in his arm. This allowed him to master sharpshooting to the point where he could hit targets at close range with perfect accuracy, clocking in at 1/10 of a second. Dude really puts the quick and quick draw. Seriously, in that amount of time, he can fire and hit 2 targets quicker than a blink of an eye. Yeah, Bob's quick. And so is this next guy. This Thai kickboxer, Thurdzilla Shupator, is absolutely terrorizing the fighting league. See, this dude's an 8-time Muay Thai champion with moves so fast, he might as well be called Neo. Only instead of dodging live rounds, he's dodging pounds.
He can dodge.
Yeah, he's basically untouchable. Because over the past couple decades, he's managed to rack up multiple world titles in 3 different weight divisions. Not to mention 100 consecutive fights without a single loss. Now that's OP. But Lord Zilla is the only one who's untouchable. Meet Isao Machi, a modern-day samurai who's able to slice a speedy bullet clean in half mid-air.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I saw a flash, the blade went by.
Yeah, he's more than just a dude with a sword. You see, a normal person would take 0.3 of a second just to register the sound of the gun being fired. Yet this guy can process, react, and even swing his sword into position all within the same time. I mean, even just to see the playback, he needs to slow it down 250 times. 250! Because that bullet was traveling at 200 miles per hour. Jesus! He really can bring a knife to a gunfight. It doesn't stop there. Because time after time, shot after shot, target after target, this guy proves he really is superhuman. And sure, slashing anything that's hurtling towards you at high speed is a feat and all. But imagine overcoming an obstacle you can't even see. Yeah, for Eric Lionmeyer, he doesn't have to imagine. He just does. Because this guy isn't just your typical rock climber. See, when Eric was 4 years old, he was diagnosed with retinoschisis, a rare disease that would render him completely blind by age 13. A diagnosis that, for most people, would be devastating. But for Eric, there's no obstacle he can't overcome. Seriously, his blindness didn't stop him from scaling freaking mountains. And get that AI crap out of here. Dude's living life on the edge. I mean, he's literally doing all this with only 4 of his senses and no vision. And you know what's even crazier? He scaled up the tallest peaks in every continent. Jesus! Not to mention, in 2001, Eric climbed more than 29,000 feet to become the first blind person to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Okay, I think we can all agree Eric's the king of climbing. If you're the king of the jungle, you welcome this guy as one of your own. Because he practically is. This is Kevin Richardson. Not only
we're gonna see how tall is Mount Everest. How tall is Mount Everest? 8,849 meters. God dang, that's high. Okay, let's get back to the video.
only is he one with the pride, but he's also known around the world as the Lion Whisperer. Not gonna lie, that's pretty badass. Yeah, this guy's superhuman connection with lions is so powerful, he can kick back with them without a fear in the world. Because if this were me, I'd be worried about becoming their next meal. And it doesn't stop there, because it's gotten to the point where he can play with them, chill with them, and ride them? Hold up. Now that's crazy. What's even crazier is how he remains so calm. I mean, you can't tell me he doesn't look like he's about to die.
Yeah, like he does
But
not even
no! I guess Richardson whispered to the lions and told him it was playtime. Norman Gary also knows a little something about animal whispering. Because this guy can control man's worst nightmare. Angry bees. See, after studying them for over 40 years, Norman figured out a way to manipulate their every move. The method? Covering himself with a pheromone the queen bee uses, causing the bees to think he's the queen. Damn, Norman. I didn't know you were chill like that. Yeah, this literally allows him to walk around town with a mantle of over 100,000 bees. And he can do all of this without even getting a single sting. Okay. Remember to never wage war against this guy? I think he's got me outnumbered. Man! That guy's superpower is ridiculous, but it's nothing compared to what we got coming up. One guy's able to pass millions of volts of electricity through his body, while another can survive a cannonball shot to the stomach. Yeah, I'll tell you guys all about that soon. But first, we gotta talk about a man who's literally immune to poisonous snake venom. See, for over 20 years, Tim Fried has injected himself with small doses of venom, building a tolerance to some of the world's deadliest snakes, all in the name of science. Yeah, he willingly offers himself to the most venomous snakes you can imagine. And he's done it more than 200 times. Cobras, mambas, vipers, and even the most dangerous snake on the planet, the black mamba. I'm talking 2 drops of venom can kill you kind of dangerous.
I were to find out, but I don't believe so. I have millions and millions of antibodies to the black mamba.
Damn! Dude's got anti-venom in his veins. Because after all these years of training, he's still doing what he loves and staying alive in the process.
Right now, I'm the only person in the world that can do what you just saw.
But Tim's not the only one pushing his body to the limit. Because if you think snake bites are risky business, this next guy might shock you. Or himself. See, Beamosteria has a superhuman ability to withstand million-volt shocks, store energy, and even cook food with his bare hands. Yeah, I'll get to that in just a second. Nicknamed the Human Battery, Beebo was born without sweat glands, causing his skin to be extremely dry. This allows him to withstand high-voltage shocks that would be lethal to anyone else. Damn, Marvel may have found their next supervillain. Or maybe he's a hero. Cause who doesn't like a guy who can cook sausages, give electric massages, and light up a room, all with a single touch? But Biba is the only one with a magic touch. This guy can submerge his hands in boiling oil and not experience a single burn or blister. Meet Khan Iron Hands Khan, a street food chef from Thailand who takes cooking to sizzling new heights. Cause while most people would end up with third-degree burns, his skin remains completely unharmed. You see, Khan's heat receptors work differently to everyone else's, meaning what might be extreme heat to us is nothing more than a little tingle for him.
I don't feel any pain. It's just normal for me to do this. There's only a very tiny feeling of warmth, but it's not burning hot.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to using pot holders while I'm cooking. I'd be screaming in pain if I tried that. Unlike combat master Kirby Roy, whose pain tolerance is so high, he's almost completely unaffected by physical harm. Yeah, the dude can take a blow to the most sensitive areas and not even flinch. I wish I was kidding. You see, Roy's notorious for taking strikes to the neck and then brushing them off like nothing happened. And it doesn't get any more sensitive than... Wait, hang on. Yes, it does. Because to really kick things up a notch, he went as far as to hire MMA-trained American gladiators to kick him in the balls as hard as they could. And man, they didn't hold back. That's nearly 1,000 pounds of force where the sun don't shine. Holy crap! I don't care how tough I think I am, there's no way I'm doing that. That's why Kirby's the master. He knows how to look death in the face and smile. Much like Frank Cannonball Richards. Because this dude doesn't fear anything. Not even a cannonball shot directly at him. More on that soon. See, in the 1920s, Richards began conditioning his body to be able to withstand heavy amounts of abuse. Literally, it didn't matter how hard people hit him or what people hit him with. It could be a punch, a sledgehammer, you name it, and Richards could take it. People even went as far as jumping onto his stomach to see if that would weaken him. And it didn't. Hell, he even had the guts to let heavyweight champion Jack Dempsey take a swing at him. And you guessed it, not a scratch. Yeah, but in one of his craziest feats, Richards was shot by a 104-pound cannonball. And get this, he would do it twice a day during the peak of his career. What the? Frank's a tank! It doesn't get any more badass than that! But believe it or not, there are even tougher people living among us. From the world's strongest man to the deadliest kick, there's a lot of force happening over there. Look, if you want to hear more, you need to click on this video right here.
Okay, so guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. So like and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section below. See ya!